All right, Saturday, March 22nd, 2025. This is an update video on what we've got done and what we are planning to do before we come down in April 15th. On the dock floats, I have 2 here already. I need 6 more here to start the dock. So 4 more floats here on the door and everything. Ronnie is going to try to see if he can get a gentleman to break this metal and wrap everything from the trim out and around in white metal. Take the vents down, I guess, and wrap metal underneath and just clean up the exterior with white metal. We've got all of the dog houses done, and birdhouses, I should say, done on the sides and over here. So this is 24 feet by 16 feet. That's how, I'm sorry, 16 by 24, and the eaves with everything are going to be about 20 by 26. So as far as metal goes, there's an idea of what metal we're looking. Length of these rafters is about 98 inches. So as far as that goes, less than 10 feet for each of the runs of the rafters on the ends. But the edging is already under there, so just tucking the metal underneath that. And over here, we've still got to finish putting the battens on this and caulking everything in on the back. We've got to finish putting the battens and finish the back profile moldings. But otherwise, this is your bird boxes on the back that need to be wrapped as well. Inside of the building, got a lot of the dirt distributed. Gonna go over just real quick again the layout. So that bucket is our benchmark for top of concrete. That's set at the same, just a little taller. This is set at the same, and that's going to be for a water spigot on this side. Over here we've got a control valve that we're putting in, and you can see here in the center, the blue, those are all where the pipes run. They are graduated. They start here about 4 inches under the sand and go all the way down to about 10 inches to where it dumps into that that cistern here, the lift pump. This is just where the straws come up, go through here. And then over here, these flags are nowhere near shallow. This is the sewer pipes, and they're probably 20 inches now under, well under for any kind of reason. Right here, though, we do have a 4-inch connection to the lift pump for the built-in for the tiny house, and then there's your water pipe for your built-in. Tops, your backfill material that you got here. Plenty of backfill material to bring this up to level. The leftovers of it can go in the bottom of that landscape area. And if you take a look, you can see the place where the topsoil is. It's basically from where the water, right there, you can see the water grates where the culverts are in the ground. From that back to the building is already been done with topsoil. It's about 10 inches deep. But from those grates, from those, there's one right down there as well. From those forward, this bowl that's right here could use quite a bit of that fill if we wanted to use it there. I went ahead and put flags out. This is where I want to have the interior of this as a landscaped area. The millings would all go to the exterior of that. The only exception on the millings is right over here. In front of these 2 legs, this area is going to have probably an 8 by 10 or a 10 by 12 little front porch poured out of concrete. When we pour the base of this, whatever concrete we have left, we're going to form up and pour a small pad right there. And then as you look, I've got all the flags laid out around the edges. And the one change, I talked to Ronnie about this the other day, one change was to actually add some more back there. And the idea is that when you pull on this one, your backswing off of the camper, because you're so far over in the actual shed, need to have a little bit more. So I went ahead and ran the flags out another 7-8 feet, to where this will have more room to swing as they come out of the opening for that. These blue flags here are a 6-inch tile, and they're about 4 inches below the ground, right below grade. So where this runs with the blue flags is about 4 inches down is the tile that runs over to the ditch. So building up this, flattening this out, just be careful about that pipe that's in there. And then they'll have to start up there at that grade. I pushed all the metal and stuff up. Have to start up there at that grade and taper down to get a little bit of pad over the top of these, to where we have water. Whenever the water flows, it doesn't come across the center of this. You know, it's going to be trying to direct it to these. Up here, we're talking about putting gutters on. So we got gutters that would go on this side and the outside. On this one, I would like to have a downspout on this end and one on the other end. That way we can have the center of it basically open. Same thing on the other side. 2 downspouts, and put them at both ends again. Back here, we're going to cut in and run the downspouts over into the ditch. Same thing over there. That way we can landscape this and not have to worry about it eroding every time it rains. We're getting washout where this is. But on the front ones, we'll divert those. That's why I put the boxes where I did. We'll put the water off the overhead into the boxes. One there, one over there from the other end. As far as the building goes, this one's a 48 on both ends, so 50 feet, 100 foot basically, guttering on this one, and 4 downspouts, and these legs here are 14 foot. So each one of your legs is 14 for the length on those. Okay, so this, we finally started cleaning up in the bottom part of the land near the lake, and I've got an open pit here for all the stumps and leftovers. Still got quite a bit. He's going to till this and try to fill in where we have pretty smooth, you know, to mow. Over here you can see there's a bunch of humps, a bunch of highs and low spots. The idea there is to get a low spot from the corner of the barn right in front of the mound over to that particular, there's a culvert over there, that particular low spot. All the rest of this is going to be able to be flattened and hopefully not have that much of runoff. One thing we are going to want to do is from the ditch over to that stop. There's only about 45 feet here. 45 feet, I think is what it is. We're going to want to take and rake this backwards. We're wanting to drop the elevation of this area intentionally. I want to take this soil, which is pretty decent soil, and push it up toward the house more, to where I can come down here and put in, like this area you see, just put in this space as that backfill soil where it kind of looks like a beach. We want to have to be 75 feet off the edge of the water to where I can put a fence. I can't put a fence all the way to the water. So I want from the fence, 75 feet from the water, I want that to all be beach looking, like with just clean sand and nothing as far as vegetation yet. They'll have to keep it cleaned out, I'm sure, but that's the idea, though, is cutting all of this, bringing it back up against, and then go ahead and push it back into that area, push it back into here, and level all this out with that material. And then we're going to purposely bring fill. If we have leftover of that material, then I'll bring a dump trailer over here, and we'll move it to where we can have it down here at the beach, against the edge of the lake. My son's property needs all these pieces here cut up, and all those things removed. And you can, like I said before, you can fill in the ditch and run them over here and put them in this burn pit, as far as getting rid of all the stumps and waste, and then just reestablish the ditch after we're done. But yes, he's wanting to get all of that same thing, a horror run on it, graded, flattened, make it usable, make it where it's ready to put a pole barn on. And then down here, if you take a look right there, that ribbon is actually the edge of our property line. So this ditch is in the property. And then right over here on this side, you can see a stub here. We left a stump. This stub and the stump is our property marker for this side. So, but that's it. I mean, as far as that goes, we're going to get ready to build a dock next time, and float a dock out there, probably 20 feet out or so, and just be a ramp out to it. But if you have any other questions about anything, feel free to call me at 423-650-1051. Have a great day.